He did also make DW did make one movie that I genuinely did enjoy.
Yeah, yeah.
He managed it.
That I'm assuming you're talking about The Miser's Heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. I mean, this one. Uh. I mean, it is DW once again sort of weaponizing cute children in order to get the audience on his side. Which I
That's
mean,
a little.
like,
That's a little pessimistic, maybe.
I mean, that's the thing is like Pixar does the same thing. It works very
Right.
well,
Yeah.
you know. um, and yeah, I mean, I was thinking, I was like, damn it, this one is charming. Like this one, I do like.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there's no race stuff in this. Even though it's about a miser, he's not coded that way. So,
Right. Yeah.
uh, oh, this one, there's like a poor family, and they have a miser who lives upstairs, who has a lot of money, who takes pity on them, um, and it is nice to them. And there's also a parallel story of a thief named Jules who.
Oh, his name is Jules. I don't know if I picked up on that.
I don't think I picked up on it until I just said it now.
Oh.
Uh, and he fixes to. Oh, what does he do? He's just gotten.
He's on.
Yeah.
He's just gotten out of prison, but he's kind of on the run because he's stealing food for himself.
Yeah.
Um. This also is the first, I think, credited film role of Lionel Barrymore.
Yep.
Of the Barrymore acting, I don't know, Dominion.
Yeah. So Jules the Thief is the great uncle of Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Uh,
what are they? The dynasty. That's what it is. The acting dynasty of the
yeah.
Barrymores.
We've got the Coppolas and the Barrymores.
Yeah. So that's significant. I think he also appears in the battle, but he wasn't credited in that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he ends up kind of trying to sleep on the roof of the building, that the other two characters live in, and the kid is kind of starving, and she sees that some of the food that he stole, and she kind of inches up to him, and he ends up sharing his food with her, which is actually a really cute moment. Like, I thought it was nice, and they have some fun little chemistry, and they look very nice together. And so the next thing that happens is some other thieves come up, some very debonair thieves, who are fixing to rob the miser. They hold him up in his room, and as they're trying to break into his safe. And a lot of this is them trying to get the safe combination out of him, and him refusing to open it. And eventually, they grab a hold of the kid, and they start using her as a threat to tell him to open the safe. They'll drop the kid out the window,
which they threaten to do by holding the kid out of the window. And the way that they filmed this is they held a kid out a window.
It was the rough and tumble days of early film.
I was like, making this movie must have broken a few laws, even in 1911. I feel like, I would hope. I don't know.
And a very diabolical twist, because he's still like, you're not going to drop her, it's not going to happen, whatever. Like, I can't give away my precious money. Is that she's being held out on a rope, and they put a candle under the rope, and there's a close up of the candle burning the rope as so she's getting closer and closer to falling like 6 stories down the building. She, I guess it's actually not like the roof. It's kind of like a platform that's below the roof, that Jules is lying down on and making his camp on, basically. And so she is able to see her buddy Jules, and like she throws what was it, her shoe, or she like throws something down to get his attention.
Mm-hmm.
He realizes that that his little buddy is hanging from the window about to die, and so he rushes to go get the cops, to go and help him, but the cops don't believe him because they told him to get out. Yeah, he's a thief they don't like, and they told him to get out of town. And now he's back here telling them tall tales, and they don't believe him, and like they try and lock him up again.
Yeah,
and
he has to plead to the chief of police / judge.
Yeah. And then like after they send him away, the people go like, "What was that he was talking about? That there's a child in danger?" Like, maybe we should check that out.
I guess that's our job or whatever. Yeah, and yeah, this is another instance of good use of intercutting between these like parallel things happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then they, the cops eventually do. I don't know if they let him out first and then they all run to the.
He leads them to the building.
Yeah.
But they were taking their sweet old time until they actually see the kid, and they're like, "Oh, he wasn't kidding." Yeah, and then they save the day and the end.
And then, and then the miser shares all his money with the poor family living downstairs and buys them all nice furniture.
Yes.
And food.
So some more class stuff from DW, which is nice to see because it's not race stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a fun little movie.
It was one of his only movies that didn't feel derivative of any of his earlier stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it fits the sort of one reel, roughly 15-minute running time really well.
Yeah.
It's paced well. Like it's, it doesn't feel like it's lagging. It's moving along. It tells like a good complete story with multiple kind of threads.
Indeed.